Hi, my name is Kirsten. I'm going to be posting on Llamas on Monday. What I'm going to be showing you is DIY back to school supplies, which will be awesome. I'm going to be showing you 3 different things, one for your notebook, one for your pencils, and one for place tab holders, because we all know those sticky notes don't really tend to stay in place. So we're actually going to be going backwards, and we're going to be starting with what's easiest, which is the place tab holders. And what you'll need for those are paper clips, scissors. I'm like Rob. No, if you guys watch Thud Banger, you get that. And then ribbon. I'm using gold because my college colors are green and gold. What you do is first you cut the end of the ribbon out of corner. You want about a what about an 8-inch length there? Length. Such a weird word. And you want to cut it diagonally, because everything needs to be fancy, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to have the hook part right there, the pointy part, facing up. So you're going to put the ribbon right there. What you do is you bend the ribbon over, and you're going to make a loop. See? And place it through the paper clips. And just like so. See? Put the 2 through the knot and pull through. Simple as that. And that was just so you can make it easy enough. Now if you want your ribbon to stay that long, you can, but I personally want mine shorter. So I'm going to find the length I want, which is about right there, and I'm going to cut like up here, opposite going diagonal. So there are my placeholder tabs. Pull it nice and tight. And there's my tab. Not the prettiest, but we're going to do it again. And just to prove that it works, here's a Kesha Teen Vogue magazine, circa August 2014, so it's a year old. And I'm going to bookmark the front page, just to prove that it works. Ta-da! Works perfectly like you need to. I'm going to do it one more time, just so you guys got it. Ribbon. About 8 inches. Cut diagonal. Now when you're cutting ribbon, you want to make sure you do a clean cut, or else you get like really frayed ribbon. I can't find a piece. I had a dead piece somewhere, but it becomes really frayed and it's really not very pretty. So you, again, make the loop. That. Where did I put my paper? Haha. You put the loop through your paper clip, and then put the 2 ribbons through the loop with the paper clip inside, and pull. So you end up with that, and then you cut again. If you want longer ribbons, it's totally okay. It's your school supplies. It's one thing I love about like making things your own. Plus that way when people take your stuff, you're like, that's mine, and they can't be like, what? No, it's not. I got this at Walmart. You can be like, dude, I made that. That is mine. Nice try though. I know I make cool stuff. And I'm cutting them again going opposite ways, just because I think it adds a little bit more flair. There we go. So there you go. You have another placeholder. And then we'll just put this somewhere in the middle of the magazine. Bam! 2 placeholders. Why did they stop? Nobody knows. They work perfectly fine. So let's say you're working on chapter 8 in your history book, so you don't want to have to keep flipping to it every day of class. Just plop one of those things in and you're good to go. And then next, I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys how to do your pencils. I add around their rim right there. We're going to cover the metal part. And I know that's silly because they're already green and gold from my school, but they don't glitter. So we're going to fix that. What you need is Mod Podge glue, Mod Podge, and glitter. I'm going to be using Recollections. I got this for our galaxy jars. And I also have some awesome wow glitter. Because you know, glitter is totally wow. Whoops. So I'm going to be using this plastic little watercolor paintbrush you get with the coloring books on mine. Open the Mod. Eating my hair. If I can open the Mod Podge, this stuff is notorious for gluing itself shut. I got it. I'm actually just going to go ahead and pour some into the lid so it's easier to access because I have used quite a bit of mine. So I'm still learning direction on camera. I've used quite a bit. So, I'll pour a little bit in there because you really don't need that much. Just a little bit goes a long ways with the Mod Podge glue. And the more you use, the thicker it is. It's kind of the same concept with your nail polish. The thicker a coat you put on, the longer it takes to dry, easier it is to mess up, so on and so forth. So, you're going to take your thing, paintbrush. What is this? Okay. And you're just going to paint around where you want the glitter. So I'm going to paint right around the silver part. And these are Ticonderoga pencils. They have the best erasers in the world. They're the only kind I will use unless I'm working on a drawing piece. These are like what I write my essays in personally and everything. Alright, now what you do, just cover it in glue. And we're going to go ahead, I personally am going to put down an extra piece of paper, it's just blank copy paper, down on my workstation, so whenever I cover it in glitter, it lands on the paper and I can put it back in my container so I don't waste glitter. You don't have to do that. You can do it over a trash can, you can just do it over your floor, but you know, like glitter is hard to vacuum up, I promise. And shake it kind of over the glued section like so. And you twist the pencil while you shake, so you coat every section. Don't just shake the top and expect. Okay, you're gonna get a lot of glitter out. See, like mine is covered in glitter. You see? You see? And then you just tap it. And you can even kind of roll it and like your excess, if you're doing that, it makes it a lot easier. And then what you do is you take your Mod Podge glue again, dip it, and you're going to want to do a clear coat over the glitter that you did to seal it. And you can kind of just dab, like, at it, but like thin it out as you dab. That way you don't pick up all the glitter that you just put on, but you seal it in. See, like that? See how I'm doing that? And now you just kind of let it dry and it will look really cool. So I'm going to let this one dry and I'm going to go ahead and do my green one. So I have here another Ticonderoga pencil. And we're going to make this one green. So again, and see, like I'm already like making like a film is coming over my Mod Podge. It dries really fast, but once the top coat dries, it takes longer and longer for the glue underneath it to dry, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and coat that. This one's probably going to be green and gold, just because I'm going to smash it in the leftover gold too. So I'm just kind of shaking the green just like I did, rotating and shaking. I'm kind of building an excess on my paper to smash it in. And I roll it in the excess that I put on my paper so it looks. It kind of looks mostly gold, see, but it has green in it. And so that's just it with the glitter, and I'm going to go ahead and put the clear coat on. Probably shouldn't chew gum while making videos, huh? Lessons learned, right? So I'm going to dab it and kind of coat it while I dab. While I do this, a couple things about me. My name is Kirstyn Nicole. I am a freshman in college. I have a dog and a cat. I know sign language, that's kind of cool. I have a kidney disease, and I was born with a cleft lip and palate. And if you want, I will update you guys all on that, but it'll be on my Instagram, which you can follow. The link will be in the bio. Alright, got it all coated. Ta-da! Well, that one, see, this one's almost dry now. It's still kind of, come on. Here we go. It's still kind of drying. Alright. And while those dry, I'm not going to put my Mod Podge up because you're going to need it for your notebooks. What I am going to do now is I have a 5-star, 5-course notebook. These things are better than binders, honestly. Like, I will stand by these for forever. We're going to decorate this kind of with a decoupage. So, back to the Kesha magazine I had out. There was a reason for that, yeah. I'm going to cut out from the Teen Vogue last season, the prom dresses from like 2 seasons ago, and this is actually a college that I would like to go to eventually, which is the School of Art Institute in Chicago. So I will be taking clips from that too because I'm a big fan of art. So what you're going to need is magazines, scissors, glue, and your paintbrush. Okay. So if you have any glue in your paintbrush, kind of wipe it off. I mean glitter, not glue. You're going to want to put glue in this again anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if you have any glitter and like the glue on your paintbrush, see, I kind of do. Come on, focus. There we go. Then go ahead and wipe that off, unless you want it on your decoupage, which you can totally do. So I'm going to move my excess glitter paper. It's everywhere. I use the fine dust glitter because it shows up better on little things like this. I only use the like chunky glitter on big projects. So usually the smaller the project, the finer I want the glitter. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out, and did that too. I found like this blush dress in Cara Delevingne, which I don't know about you guys, but Woman Crush Wednesday material for sure. Okay, so I found all my pictures. I started laying out my foundation on my actual like my glue foundation on my actual thing. I pasted one down to make sure it would stick to the notebook I bought because it's plastic and not fabric, or not fabric. It's not fabric either, but it's not cardboard. And it did stick just fine, and I think it'll do wonders. So I'm going to go ahead and finish with my basic coat and kind of just add as you go. And the point is you're kind of supposed to layer and make it all fancy and look like you and make it your own. Like, normally I have a lot more old magazines that I could probably mess with. You can do the old kidnapper notes, you know, where you cut out each letter and paste them all into the words you want. That used to be a big thing when I was little, like decorating your stuff like that. At least I decorated some of my stuff like that. Maybe it wasn't a thing. Maybe I just did it. But, like, I got some awesome... These were from an American Eagle campaign. Work your quirk. Hell yeah. I will. Thank you. So I'm just going to actually use my paintbrush to go over a little bit of the painting that I already... It is a painting. But the newspaper clipping that I put on it so I can overlay it. Like... So, see? So that is the beginning. Oops. Right there. And you're just going to keep going. I did not plan very well for this. Like, if you need to, because it will take a while for your decoupage to kind of dry, you can move it around. Will not hurt. But really, like, sometimes you just want the colors, and, like, the point isn't really to make it where you can see everything and where everything looks so cool. It's just supposed to be colors and art. It's supposed to be raw. So, like, this part, like, the magazine's hanging off a little bit, so after I'm done, I'm going to go through and, like, even it out with the notebook, unless you want your magazine hanging over, which is totally cool, but I personally am kind of OCD about that. Can I go through, glue down extra corners while you go? This was actually a dove from a Selena Gomez campaign, and I didn't cut it out, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real fast. Okay, so I pasted down the few clippings I did have. I'm going through and I'm cutting off excess. And kind of go through with your brush and glue down like loose corners of the paper because you don't want them to get caught on books or desks or anything and rip off all your hard work. All your hard work. And it doesn't matter if you get glue on the top of the magazine clipping that you want because it will dry clear. Which is one of the beautiful things. That's part of the reason it's called Mod Podge, because you're supposed to do decoupage with it. So there it is. My beautiful, messy, kinda, piece of work. And if you go through and take your time on it, they can end up really cool. So, that's what I got. If there's anything else you want to see me DIY, go ahead in the comments below and request it, and I will do it, or at least I'll try to. No promises that I'll succeed. We might have some Pinterest fails, but you know, it could be worth watching, worth trying, right? Anyway, my name is Kirstyn. I will post here on Mondays. Subscribe to my Instagram, and go subscribe to my personal channel, because I post there throughout the week too, so why not? See you guys next week.